Hi, it's Vanessa Warwick of Property Tribes TV, and we're on the road again, this time in Castleford at the Northern Property Tribe event, and I'm delighted to welcome Rex Kirk of Mortgage Express, who's actually here speaking tonight. And Rex, what's your role at Mortgage Express?
Well, I sort of manage our portfolio buy-to-let book, which at Mortgage Express is about a third of our total book. So my role really is to make sure those customers are really keeping the portfolios going, not going into arrears, and over time gradually taking those mortgages away from us, because we're now a nationalised company and we no longer lend money. So really we're trying to just pay the government back the debt that we owe them, and that's how we do it, by customers redeeming.
Sure, and it's so great to see you out in the landlord community.
Yes,
I'm so pleased to see you here.
Yes.
Why are you coming out and talking to landlords?
Well, it's a great opportunity for me to see firsthand what landlords are saying and some of the issues they're having, and really information that I can take back and possibly use to develop initiatives that we don't already know about. Mm-hmm. So that's really the main reason. And we do have quite a number of people who regularly visit landlords on an ongoing basis to discuss their cash flows and to make sure they're doing all right. And I'm at the head office end of that, so it's a good opportunity for me to get out, particularly as we're still in Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Now, Mortgage Express aren't lending anymore, so you don't have any new products for us landlords, and you're actually going to be running down your mortgage book. Is that? Could you tell us a little bit about what your strategy is?
Yes, well, we don't expect landlords to. We're not kicking landlords out of the house. Tenants out of the house. We're just trying over time to encourage landlords to find other places for their mortgages, particularly where they want to raise extra finance, because they won't be able to do it with us. Mm-hmm. And certainly as interest rates rise, they may find that they want to secure a fixed rate deal, for example, mm-hmm. And where they've got equity to move somewhere else, then we would certainly help them to do that. Mm-hmm. And landlords are always sort of rationalising the portfolio, selling some properties, buying others. And the truth is, if they sell a property with us, then the next one they buy, they'll have to get the mortgage somewhere else. So it's a very slow process, and everyone accepts that. So it's not going to happen overnight.
Now, if landlords do get into financial difficulty, what's your advice to them? Because clearly they shouldn't be like an ostrich with their head in the sand. The best thing to do is surely to get in touch with you and explain their issues and try and come to some resolution with Mortgage Express. Is that right?
Oh, indeed, yes. And certainly if the issue is a short-term one, we know landlords have void periods, we know landlords have work to do on properties to maintain them. Things like that, which is a short-term hiccup in the cash flow, then if they come and speak to us, there's a good chance we can help them get over that short-term issue. Longer term, it's really down to the landlord to make provision for maintaining their own portfolios.
Sure, of course. One thing that Mortgage Express has been affected by, and I think this is true of the whole industry and partially what caused the credit crunch, is the mortgage fraud with non-disclosed, no money down deals and 100% financing. Is that still having repercussions on your mortgage book?
To some extent, yes. I would just say that I think the credit crunch, I wouldn't blame it on landlords. I think it was down to the lack of funding in the market, and in our circumstances, when funds needed renewing on a corporate basis, those funds weren't there, and that's why we went down. But yes, every lender will look at the mortgage book and they know there's fraud in the market, and they'll look historically at application forms, and they'll look for links which indicate there's been possible fraudulent activity, and investigations are ongoing. And lenders talk to each other, and there's forums where lenders will discuss cases and exchange information. And gradually, I think we're getting to the bottom of where the most significant fraudulent activity has been.
Good. Okay, so just to finish, Rex, what's your view on the buy-to-let market? I know that you're not lending anymore, but do you think that it's positive for landlords with
I think it will come again. It's gone through a bad patch. It's the first real recession we've gone through with a big buy-to-let market, and it was quite interesting that we're coming out the other end now. And good luck to landlords. You know, there's opportunities out there now if you're cash rich, and I think lenders will gradually start. Well, it started relaxing criteria slowly, and the market will come back, no doubt about that.
Well, that's very positive. Do you have a view on interest rates? We know they're going to go up because that's the only way they can go, but how quickly?
I think probably slower than most people think.
Yes, I hope so.
I think growth is the main objective. Inflation seems to be taking a back seat, so I wouldn't expect anything soon, but who knows, I'm not the Chancellor.
No, of course, but that's a positive note anyway. So thank you very much, Rex, and on behalf of the landlord community, thank you for coming out and actually talking to us face to face and having an interest in our issues. I think it says a lot about the company, and as I say, I thank you for doing that. Okay, so that's Rex Kirk from Mortgage Express, and you've been watching Property Tribes TV. Hope you've enjoyed the interview.